What's up guys, this is Rise and welcome to another video. We are going to be showcasing Kanto Muck, Shadow Kanto Muck in the Great League Kanto Cup today. So I am excited for that. Kanto Muck, Alolan Muck's probably the more popular one, so a little bit of spice with the Shadow Kanto Muck, keeping it to the OG 151, if you know what I'm saying. Gonna get ready to shoutcast these battles live. I know I've been doing a little bit a lot of like Twitch clips lately, but I want to get back to getting into my regular shoutcasting battles. I think that's the quality content that more people enjoy rather than just taking clips from Twitch. So without further ado, let's get into these battles. All right, here we go. Kanto Cup, first game against PT Wob. We are running Mew, Digong, and of course our Shadow Kanto Muck. So let's see how we do in this set. We've got a decent lead against a Clefable. Looks like he might have missed out on one charm there in the beginning due to lag, so it's unfortunate. I'm just going to stay in here. I'm just going to double up on these wild charges because they're going to do a ton of damage and actually get that one to go. So now I got it to go through rather, so now I can just go for this Surf. If I tried to Shadow Claw down, I might have got Charm down, but I actually end up getting two Shadow Claws off and surviving the one charm, so that's really good for me. I win the lead and I'm up a shield. I'm going to come in here with Kanto Muck because Digong is really going to struggle here against the Lapras. It's only going to be able to do resisted damage. So I'm going to stay in here. I was a little bit worried about a catch on something, like a Hypno, for example. So I throw the Thunder Punch, get the shield, which is really nice. I don't need to shield this because Shadow Muck is kind of glassy, but he can at least tank a Surf. So I am able to get off the Thunder Punch. I judge it correctly. This will put the Lapras quite low. And then I immediately swap. I'm going to try and farm down this Lapras. I let it go, which is tough. Okay, just a Surf. That's amazing. If it was a Skull Bash, that would have been pretty bad. He gets off another one, but I know this is definitely not a Skull Bash. So I'm going to let this go for sure. And with this much energy, I'm feeling pretty good with my chances of whatever's in back. It is a Marowak, so I'm going to go for this Water Pulse since I have it. Does about half on the Marowak, and then I am going to build up to a second one. Gonna shield, and he realizes the game is over, so he leaves the match. No point in Icy Winding there. Just needed to go for two Water Pulses because his energy, I had such a steep energy advantage. There was no need to Icy Wind, but an Icy Wind plus all the Ice Shards plus the Water Pulse is actually almost enough to take out the AWAC. Here is one of the worst leads this team can see, is an Amok. So I have two Pokemon that are really weak to Amok, my normal Muck and my Mew. So I build up to a Wild Charge, and then I switch, and I actually lure out the Rapidash, which is really nice. So these Incinerates are doing a ton of damage. I get kind of scared. I probably should have just went for the Dark Pulse since I'm going to get to one move. But I got the shield anyway. I'm going to come in here with Mew. You'll have to excuse some of the notifications I get. Like I turned them off this video. I'm thinking he might Flame Charge me, so I let the first one go since it's not been buffed yet. Going to go for this Surf now. This will do a lot of damage. Gets the second shield, so I'm up 2 shields already. Yeah, I'm gonna shield this one because I can't really farm this thing down with my Digong, so I really need to get off this Surf. I'm over farming a little, and I end up he ends up switching, which is not great for me. Now I have to throw this Wild Charge. I switch into Digong. I'm gonna look to farm this thing down completely. I'm gonna let this go, which is kind of questionable. It's a Sludge Wave. How the heck are we going to win this? We're gonna farm this thing all the way down. Is the Rapidash going to come in? Let's see. Wigglytuff comes in. Oh, man. I do not think we're going to win this. Get off 1 Icy Wind. Get off 2 Icy Winds. There's no way. There's no way we win this one. Yeah, Rapidash comes back. And one more Incinerate would take out the Mew. We have a shield, but we realize there's no winning this one. So an Amok lead is very tough to deal with for this team, but I actually have beaten it before, and most Amoks, like 9 out of 10 Amoks, you're going to see as a safe swap, and Digong can very comfortably beat an Amok, especially if you can like shield the Sludge Wave correctly. Then it becomes super comfortable, because after the debuff they don't do that much. This is our best matchup for Lapras, so we're just going to stay in here. I'm not saying this team is perfect, it definitely has its weaknesses, but I was able to find some success with it over the course of like 3 sets. So if you want to try out Kanto Muck, this is a potential team. I land the Wild Charge, which is amazing. They're probably expecting the bait. Gonna just get off this Wild Charge here, and I might switch. No, I'm just gonna let myself get licked down. Then what do I come in with? I come in with Muck because I don't want him to like superpower and dip, I guess, but I end up shielding anyway. So that's fine. Just going for this Thunder Punch because it's gonna chunk and I probably get a shield anyway, I would think. No, I don't, but Muck, Snorlax is essentially gone. Oh, I think is this the one I play really well? Well, we're gonna find out. I store a Dark Pulse, and it's a Hex. And like the Snorlax is essentially gone. So I'm just gonna shield the first one. Luckily he doesn't bait me. And I'm just gonna go straight Icy Wind. I know it's resisted. I know thanks to King for the like. So he doesn't shield it, but like you're gonna have to shield something eventually, right? And like, look, this Shadow Bone doesn't do as much anymore. We can already take another Shadow Bone. And remember, we have a Dark Pulse stored, so we just essentially need to get rid of this last shield. And he actually mistimes the swap by 1 Ice Shard, so that works to my benefit. I survived the Shadow Bone rather comfortably. I get off this Icy Wind. And then I actually let him take me down because he wasn't going to be able to hex me down. As crazy as that is, I don't think he could have hexed me down. That's how little the hexes were doing after all the debuffs. And the Dark Pulse takes out the AWAC, so there we go. Kanto Muck takes down the AWAC. Nicely done. I think if I had tried going for the Water Pulse, I probably would have lost that game. I think straight Icy Wind was actually the play, even though it's resisted, because all those debuffs allowed me to stay alive. This is a pretty good lead. Our Shadow Claws, as you see, are dealing super effective. He overfarms with the Raichu. I think I shield this knowing he's probably going to Thunder Punch me. Yeah, they usually Thunder Punch bait because you like have to respect the Wild Charge. I go for the Surf. I don't know why. Oh yeah, okay, so I do press it like 2 turns before the energy loads for his move. And I snuck one through, so I was fairly confident I would be able to Shadow Claw him down. He still needs 1 more Volt Switch for another move. So yeah, Shadow Claw down, shields are down. I'm just gonna get this Wild Charge off, man. Do as much damage as I can with this Mew. And this Mew actually goes to town because I think this Muck tries to snarl me down. Yeah, it makes sense. Like, you don't want to throw a Dark Pulse per se when the Mew is that low. But he got greedy and Mew takes out 2 full Pokemon. And then I'm like, oh, this is kind of tricky. So what do I do here? I come in with Digong just because I want to debuff this Poliwrath. And this is a terrible matchup for Digong. It's a terrible matchup for Digong. I get Dynamic Punched. And then I go for the Icy Wind. And then do I stay in or do I switch? That's like an interesting call. I switch right away because I didn't want him to like mudshot me down or do something crazy. He is going to Hydro Pump me with a Shadow. Yeah, I didn't see that before. I just knew that was going to happen. I survived with like 1 HP. I'm going for this Thunder Punch. And luckily, yeah, Thunder Punch will be enough. 1 HP Muck. Still had a few HP on the, or like a decent chunk on the Digong, but Digong had no hope against that Poliwrath. So that play like won us the game. We debuff it with the Icy Wind, which just barely let us survive that Hydro Pump. Now we're in against a Digong. I go right for it. Like, I build right up to the wild charge and surf, because I think he probably thinks I'm going to wild charge and dip. So I get the shield, which is really nice. It's actually kind of better that he gets this Icy Wind off before I get off the wild charge, because that way I'm not going to have to worry about like shielding the Icy Wind. I land it. I switch right away into Kanto Muck. I'm going to get Icy Winded, which is kind of annoying. So now I'm debuffed, but he makes a mistake here and stays in thinking he can get to another. And I Poison Jab him all the way down, which gives me almost 2 Thunder Punches worth of energy. And I have been debuffed, but these are still going to chunk away, as you see. And he is down a shield as well. Second one goes through. What do I come in with? Probably Digong? Or do I just sack Mew? He threw that really fast, so I was like, this is probably not a Skull Bash, and it's just a Surf. Seemed like he kind of blind through almost. Unfortunately, he gets this off. I do shield in case it's a Skull Bash, and it was just a Surf, but like I'm going to have to use my shields anyway, eventually. Go for this Icy Wind. I thought about undercharging it, but I didn't want to have to eat another move. I have a little energy, and it is a Snorlax. So my plan here is to get off debuffs, take some energy, absorb some energy rather, I should say, and then switch into Mew and get off a move with Mew is kind of my plan. Gonna shield this one, even though I know it's probably gonna be a body slam. I'm gonna get off these debuffs. And it's really nice having Digong as a closer when you know you can debuff the opponent and they can't reset it by switching out. I am able to catch a move here, and I think it ends up being a superpower. So a nice catch. Now this Snorlax has been its attack has been triple debuffed. So it allows me to just barely get to this Surf, and the Surf is actually enough to KO the Snorlax because the defense had also fallen from the superpower. So wow, that actually went super fast. I can't believe how fast that set went. Was that 5 games? I guess one person left early. That was super duper fast. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And without further ado, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.